We are Luca and Sara from You Leave Everything and Wander. We uploaded almost 400 videos on YouTube, experimenting different techniques and styles.
From the aerial drone videos to the underwater footage, stop motion animation, time lapses, slow motion, tracking shots, reverse speed video fast motion. Cinematography is all about the art of visual storytelling. So come along with us today to discover the truth behind our videos.
Good morning, beautiful people!
Another beautiful day here at Lucky Land in Italy. We received so many questions, so many comments about our videos, about our gears.
And now there are over 400 videos that we uploaded on YouTube. And maybe you would like to know, what kind of gear do you use?
What kind of drone, camera, the editing software, the music. So
stay tuned because now we will talk about everything.
Let's go. Welcome to New School. Actually guys, we don't want this to become a super technical video. We just want to share our videography, filmmaking experience with you. It seems a lot of stuff here, but this is everything that we used in more than 3 years of YouTube, of filmmaking, but we actually started really simple.
We started with this iPhone 7 Plus. What we used basically at the beginning when we left Italy, when we arrived in Canada.
We bought this used, second-hand.
Yes.
So it was not a new one. It's possible to shoot videos for YouTube or for your project with iPhone. But of course, if you want to improve the quality of your content, then you will start to search for other gears. We also bought a Panasonic Lumix GH4. This was our first camera, we still have it, it's not working. And together with the camera, we also had this lens, that is the 12-35. And the camera is broken, but then when we upgrade the camera, we brought the lens together with us because this is a super lens. If you don't know where to start, this is the basic lens that will allow you to shoot everything from yourself to landscape. What we really like about the GH4 is the color, the light that you can have with this camera, the quality of the images. What we don't like about this camera is, first of all, it's really slow in the autofocus. That it's really important if you are vlogging, if you are just, and if you are improvising and you need to shoot everything really fast because you don't know what happens. So if Luca says something, I need to point him and I want the focus to be fast or fast enough. And second problem, the stabilization. You can see here some footages of us in the first stretch of our first and second stretch of our adventure, Canada, Alaska, United States and part of Mexico with this camera. And when we walk and we try to show you the landscape and everything that we have like in front of us, or in the truck as well, in our truck camper as well, when I try to record outside the window,
the images were really shaky.
And you can get dizzy watching some of our footages before.
But something that we liked about this camera is the screen. You can just turn the screen, so if you are vlogging from that perspective,
like this, you can see yourself
in the screen. And you can also turn it around like this, or like this.
Or simply put like this. The most common mistake when you have the screen on the side, when you don't know how to vlog, is that you will watch yourself a lot of times. So
yeah, you don't need to keep watching yourself. You need to watch straight to the lens. Otherwise, people, like I'm talking right now, I'm talking to the lens. If you don't do so, you will see people on the screen with the eyes pointing somewhere else. Like in our Sony, it's above. The screen is just up there. We upgraded to the GH5 that we really loved because they improved the stabilization, so that was perfect. And
they changed the menu, and this camera came with a lens 12-60 that is an incredible lens. We cannot show you the camera and the lenses because we don't have it anymore. In Peru, they broke into our truck camper and they stole everything, completed our setup.
All our gear. We had our backpack full of our cameras, our lenses, our tripods, our gorilla pods that were bigger than this one because obviously it changed the size if the weight is heavier.
Yeah, but the size of the GH5 is
basically like
the same. But the best lens that we use for the GH5, especially when we were vlogging inside Lucky View, inside the cabin, and we were talking, the two of us, it's a grand angle, and it's the 8-18 lens. This was my favorite. You can just point like this and you know that you will be in the field, that you will not be outside. The focus was great, the light was great. I love that lens.
Was really good because it has a big angle, but it's not a fisheye that makes all these weird shapes. You will be both of us in the camera. Now with the other cameras that we don't have this huge angle, you have to have it really far away, and more you have it far and more heavier it gets on your arm.
The weight is something that you need to consider if you are planning on making videos every day, because you know, when you're vlogging just one day every 2 weeks or once a month, you don't need to think about it so much. But having the camera all day long vlogging, and you are not always inside the truck camper, inside the car. For us that we are specialized in travel vlogs, we are, you know,
hiking, exploring
in the worst condition ever, under the rain, under the hot sun, in the desert, in high mountains, hiking 6, 7, 8 hours every day, or even in the cities. You have this camera all day long, so sometimes our arms were like a little bit
painful.
Yes. But you like also another lens.
Yes, my favorite lens was the 100-300. It's a telezoom lens that gave us the opportunity to film beautiful animals like in the Amazon jungle.
Yeah.
And here you can see some images, how far you can get and how close you can get these images of these animals that otherwise was impossible to do, to film. Wildlife is something that you cannot get so close. It's almost impossible to get super close to some wildlife for many reasons. So that's why having a telezoom, it's a game changer. You can really see and have these images from close that are really beautiful. So I really personally miss a lot the GH5 with the telezoom, with the 8-18. Those were my favorite setup and camera.
We had also a fixed lens, 25 millimeters. We didn't use this a lot, actually probably 2 times, 3 times, because we were so used. When you feel confident and comfortable with one lens, with a setup, and you know everything, then you just tend to use always the same, because you know that it's coming out great, so you don't want to change. But you know, experimenting is something that we recommend. Try, and you will find your own. This is our setup, this is what we like, based on what we film and based on our experience, but this doesn't mean that you need to start with the same.
When we reached the top of our gear, we had to go back to the iPhone because they stole all our gear. We got a GoPro Black 7 because GoPros are cameras that you can find everywhere, at the airport, at the gas station, anywhere. We have this stick that it can get longer, it can go underwater. So the GoPro is a really good camera and is what allowed us to do all our videography underwater, if it's raining, if we have to go into a sauna or a hot tub. places where we don't want to damage our main camera, where there is steam.
GoPro, they are action cameras, so they are really good if you do something in action, if you move. This is a super grand angle, super wide angle.
It's a fisheye.
It's a fisheye. You can also change the settings if you want, make it like not so wide.
Wide or linear.
Yeah.
That is how.
Or super wide. It is also super wide.
Yes. It's super stabilized. So if you are on a bicycle, if you're running, if you're underwater, if you're doing action sports, it's perfect.
Or imagine if you have your main camera that is so big and you want. In some cities it's not recommended to go around with a microphone, because on top of that there is a microphone. When you want to be like more in the stealth mood, or if you are practicing some sport, this is the best camera, the GoPro. Gears are important, but more important is the story you're telling. So you need to be a really good storyteller, and you can be a good storyteller with the GoPro, with the iPhone, with the drone. We said we can do it. We can still film and tell a story even if we don't have our dream gears or dream setup, because we reached that point, as Luca said, that we were so confident, so comfortable, so happy with the contents we were filming, and then everything changed. But this is also part of growing. We
were then in Chile, because we went out of Peru, and we were searching for new equipment. And the problem was that there they didn't have Panasonic, they didn't have Lumix, so we couldn't buy our last gear. And plus we had this big huge trauma about being robbed. So we wanted something smaller, low profile, because we were scared.
We discovered that Sony released a model that is called RX100. This camera was an upgrade to the last model, because you have the microphone, external microphone, not just the internal one but also the external one, that is key if you're doing videos. What we love about this small Sony is that despite the size of the camera is amazing. What we love is the autofocus. First of all, the autofocus, because it's so fast. If I come here close to you and I put my hand here, it's in focus, then I return here and it's in focus, or I came here really close to you, you see I'm now covering Luca, and Luca is back in focus.
It follows the eyes,
yes.
So even animals, we were so amazed because if you point a dog or a cat, it will recognize the eyes of the cat or the dog, and it's amazing to see how it managed the autofocus so fast.
Then the screen is not on the side, it's on the top, as Luca said before.
As you can see in these images, you can see how you can see yourself on the screen up there. It's so small and
so light.
So light, so for vlogging like we do, you know, bringing this camera around through cities, towns and exploring places is really good, because it's light. You can really literally put it in a pocket, so if you are scared and you just want to hide the camera, it's easy to do so.
What we don't like is that we cannot change the lens. If Luca wants to make a close-up of an animal really far in distance, we cannot use the zoom, the telezoom. If sometimes I want to vlog inside Luigi or in my car, and I realize that it's too cropped, because in the Sony there are also 3 modes of stabilization. So you can choose the standard, that is the normal one, but when you walk you can see the difference. You can see that the images are not
shaky, you can get easy.
Then you have the active stabilization, that is better, but it's starting to crop the images a little bit. And then you have the eye active, that is one that we use when we are walking around and touring cities, going and visit museum or theater or whatever, because it's so stabilized. And we realized watching our previous video, our old videos, that stabilization, focus and audio are the main things that we want to reach the top quality.
Getting this stabilization, the camera crops the images, meaning that it's like you're zooming in a little bit.
When you are inside a small space, like the cabin of a truck camper, a van or a car, sometimes I wanted to speak, and I used to speak together with Luca in the images, and I realized that that was just me or just Luca.
We don't fit both of us because it's too close and it's too zoom in. So even if you stand with your arm back like this, it's a really small range of space that you will get. So it's a no.
It's a no. This is where I spent 2-3 days every week editing the videos. Now that we slow down a little bit, it's just 1 or 2 days, and it's my favorite spot because here is where I focus, where I try to find the inspiration. We'll talk soon about the editing software I've been using for years, which is Adobe Premiere Pro. But first I would like to talk about the music. You appreciate our music and you commented a lot about the music, and this is so important to me because music, it's what makes a video special, unique. I would like to introduce to you the sponsor of today's video, which is Artlist. Artlist is a non-copyrighted music platform. The design is minimalist, it is very easy to use with a royalty-free music library of over 12,000 songs. It changed the way I'm adding music to the videos. You know that I really love to find different songs for each video. I tried not to repeat the same song. In every video I created, I use 10 to 12 songs, so I need a lot of content. I need to be inspired. You have one worldwide license with unlimited downloads of songs and effects. Once you download a song, then will be yours forever. You can use it forever, even if you don't resubscribe again. With Artlist, you can also get a free trial with preview downloads. So that means that you will receive a song, a watermark song, that you can use in your creation. In this way, you can see how it vibes with your video. Then, if you are happy with the result, you can purchase the license. They add new quality music, songs, effects every day. The subscription is $199 a year for the music, $149 for the effects, or if you want to have the combo music and effects, is $299. You pay it and then you don't need to think about the music anymore. If you want to try Artlist, you can get 2 extra months free on your subscriptions using our code. You can find all the details in the description below this video. Here is how my project looks like in Adobe Premiere Pro. This is the title, Project Lucky Land 22, and I follow the same order, the same folders that I need to use in the project, as well as I have in the hard drive. Here, you see? I have some drone footages, I have the finale, the GoPro, iPhone videos, Sony, the intro is here. I would like to use some video, the B-roll, some video while we will be talking, and the video screen is not here because I'm recording right now with QuickTime Player. I have different type of files here, GoPro, the drone footages, a video that is already done that I will need for the motorcycle B-roll, the intro, the finale, the video where we will be sitting, and this is not everything I will be using. But you see already now that I'm not done yet. I have almost 2 hours of material, but it's everything well organized, at least for me. I'm the one that need to use and remember. You need to find your own order, your own way to remember things and to be comfortable with your project. Then talking about stabilization, our first gimbal was huge. We bought together with the camera, used this one, and we never used. We used once in Bowen Island, and then we decided not to use it anymore because it was just impossible.
Super big.
For our last stretch of the expedition from Mexico to Argentina, we decided to buy a gimbal that was okay for the weight of the GH5. We bought a Feijutech G6 gimbal that we never used. It was in the box
Was new. They stole it. That it was still new.
New in the box. Why we were not using the gimbal? Luca and I, we don't plan our videos. The gimbal is great when you plan a video ahead, that you know what you're doing. If you need to shoot an advertisement or something that is really planned. Our videos are 99% improvising. We improvise every time. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, especially when we are on the road.
Or in a few seconds or in a few minutes. And installing a gimbal, it takes a lot of time. You need to take it away.
And this is a small one.
This is a smaller one. This is for the Sony. You have to set up, install the camera. It takes probably 4, 5, 10 minutes.
Balance
I don't
the
know.
camera, because if you have always the same camera, it's okay. But if you use this with a GoPro or with a camera like a mirrorless or a phone, the weight change. So you need to change also the settings.
And plus you cannot install the microphone on the camera, so it's good for a B-roll or for some details.
The last gimbal that we bought in Chile was the Zion. This is not okay for big cameras like the GH4, the GH5, but it's perfect for our Sony, for our little Sony. Honestly, it's not something that we use every day. Sometimes we like it because you notice the difference. Now we will go outside and we will show you a footage with the gimbal, a footage without the gimbal, so you can tell yourself which one is the best.
The gear that you will use and you will buy, it all depends on the videos you want to shoot and you want to create, because if you are just vlogging like we do, you will use a kind of tools. If you are doing an advertising, you will use completely other gears. It depends what you want to film. Now we will talk about the drones. Our first drone was a DJI Mavic Pro 1 and was an excellent drone. Then we upgraded to the DJI Mavic Pro 2, and we also had to buy a DJI Mavic Mini. I will explain you some differences and what I suggest between these two drones. When in Peru they stole all our gear, the Mavic Mini was the only drone that I found, and I found it with a kit that came with 3 batteries, and this is a really cool thing because it's quite inexpensive compared to a bigger drone like this. So if you are starting in the drone video making, I will suggest you to start with this. I would like to say that drones are not toys, they are expensive tools, they are some really professional gears that you can use to make amazing videos, and it can be really dangerous. I will not talk about laws and rules in this video, because in every country, in every region, in every city, in every town, in every place is different, so you will have to search where you will fly the drone, what are the rules, the laws, and all that stuff. Getting back to the comparison of these two drones, you can see the size and the weight, how it changed between the 2 Pro and the little Mavic Mini. About prices, in Chile, where we had to buy this gear, we bought the Mavic 2 Pro with a smart controller, a kit with 2 batteries, a combo kit, and it was 3,000 and plus US dollars. And the combo, the kit with the Mini, with the batteries and everything you need to fly, 3 batteries, it came about 500 US dollars. So the comparison it's really big, it's a huge change between the two. Let's talk first about the Mavic Mini. I would probably never buy this drone, but when we were in Chile, it was the only drone available that we could buy straight away. I never expect the quality and the professional way that this drone is made, and for this little amount of money compared to the quality and the professional gear that you can have. you will be able to do basically everything you need with this drone, but it has some limitations compared to the big one that we will talk later. I would like to talk about the controller. You need to have a phone and you need to use your phone as a screen. So if you are traveling like we were doing and we were using our phone as a GPS and you need to use maps and you are traveling, or you need to take some pictures and videos with your phone, you will not be able to do so while you are flying the drone. Why did we bought our Mavic 2 Pro if this drone could do everything? If you read the instructions of the drones, they will say don't fly it in really low temperatures, don't fly it in really high elevation, don't fly it with strong winds, or don't fly it with strong magnetic fields or near antennas, or basically a lot of situations that we needed to fly the drone in those situations. So the reason why we bought the big one is because it's stronger and faster, and if you need to fly it with strong winds, this drone can fight against the high winds, and this drone will fly away and you will not be able to get it again, or you will be forced to crash it, so at least you can get the images that you were filming. And also, if you are planning to film vehicles moving at a little bit higher speed that this drone cannot reach, with a bigger drone you will be able to follow your vehicle and do some cool images moving.
If you are not noticing the difference while you are flying the drone, watching the images on the controller or on the iPhone, then while you are editing, so in the editing process, you will notice the difference.
So this smart controller has a bigger antenna, so sometimes you can lose the signal, and we needed to have a huge signal with the drone, because as we said before, we are always flying the drones in a really hard, difficult and strange conditions. So if you are flying on volcanoes where you have a huge magnetic fields, you can lose the signal, you can lose the GPS, so having a huger, bigger antenna helps. Plus the screen is bigger, so you can have a little bit more of a view. You can put it on sport mode. You will lose all the sensors, so you have to be really careful not to crash into anything, and also it will get really fast on your fingers when you are trying to control it. You need to be really sensible and know what you're doing, and it will help you a lot if you're filming following a vehicle that we will show you now.
And here we are in Luigi, ready to fly the drone. Luca is setting the GoPro. When we find a spot that we like, that we think that the drone footage will be great, we stop, we switch position. I am the one who is driving the vehicle and Luca is the one who is flying the drone. It happens just once that I flew the drone while we were on the motorcycle, but he is the drone pilot.
But I teach Sara to drive the motorcycle. She got the driver license for the motorcycle, so there are also some drone footage where actually this drone footage that you are seeing, Sara is driving the motorcycle and I'm flying the drone while both of us are on the same motorcycle. So this is really interesting to see.
Here we are off-road. We know that there will be no cars or few cars, but what we have is a mountain in front of us there and a lot of trees.
First of all, I will make the drone take off and I will see the height of the trees. I will go over the trees and I will remember that height, and then I will manage to see if we are going up or down with the vehicle. So I have to manage that the drone never goes lower than that altitude, otherwise I will crash into the trees, and I need to keep the drone in the valley. I never will go the opposite side, otherwise as you can see I will crash because the altitude gets higher and higher.
You will not fly automatic mode. You never fly in automatic mode.
No,
right?
never, because it's automatic mode, follow me. It's called follow me. It's okay if you are on a bicycle going really slow, or if you are walking, hiking, but as soon there are trees or there is something that can compromise the view between you and the drone, he will lost you. And it's okay only if you are going really slow. If you are on a vehicle and you need the drone to be far away, he will lost you. Only if the drone is really near, there are no trees, and you're going slow, it will be able to follow you.
You will use the DJI Mavic Pro 2 today with the controller.
Yes, I will make him take off down there.
Yeah.
It has to be a clear space, because if I get without signal and I lose the drone, he will go back there and land by himself.
Right now we are on a pretty quiet road with no traffic, no cars, no people around, so we feel pretty confident. But every time we fly the drone, I will be honest, it's scary. We don't want to lose, the drone, because it's so expensive and you have this adrenaline. You need to stay really focused. What is really important if you're flying the drone while you are driving a vehicle, the communication between you and the other person. So the communication between me and Luca should be clear, so we need to speak.
Yes.
Now
Here you can see the footage of the drone.
Yeah.
Now I will say to Sara to start going forward, and I will go up with the drone.
Okay.
So I will start recording now. Okay, now it's recording. Sara, you're good to go.
Okay. Let's go. And Luca usually is telling me, or I'm asking Luca, how is everything? Can you see me? What is this noise? Why we are beeping right now, for example?
Because there are some trees, so you
Okay,
can see the
the
drone
drone is
there. Now we'll
up
stop
there.
because we are out of the view. I will go a little bit up and I will get out of the trees. I can see the drone from the window. I always try to keep an eye outside to see where the drone is, and then an eye on what I'm actually filming.
Yeah.
So now the road will go on the right like that. So I will leave the drone. He's far away from trees, from whatever.
Okay.
He's already 20 meters high from the zero level, the
Okay.
level we are. So it's over the trees.
Usually I don't know the roads. I don't know how the roads is, the condition. Luca from the drone, usually he told me, Sara, now we have a big turn, watch out because it's a mountain road, watch out because there is a car coming. So he is communicating with me, so I'm prepared about the road.
So nobody is over there. I'm starting to film. Okay,
Go.
you can just drive and I
Okay.
will be doing
I
everything.
put down the camera for a while.
Yes. So now I'm trying to follow the
Should I go
vehicle.
faster? Slower?
Yeah, you can go faster.
Okay, and the point is that 90% of the time we are flying the drone off-road or on really scary and difficult roads to drive. So we need to be both really focused.
And what we're doing, okay, now you
Yeah.
can keep going. I will stop the recording because we are under some trees.
Okay.
And I will focus on a part of road that is coming ahead. That it's free, there are no trees there. So I know that I want to get a good shot. So now I'm filming the part of the road that I want to get the shot. It's not beautiful because there is a house there, but nobody's there. So I see Sara is coming, so you can go. I can go closer to her. I can say, okay, Sara, you are on a good speed. Keep going that speed.
Okay. Someone's coming.
nobody's coming. I have the view of the road.
We have some snow on the road, so I need to be very careful.
And to be safe, I will stop here, because as you can see,
Yeah.
there are a lot of trees. Now I will back up so you have a bigger idea where we are. I didn't want to go forward, otherwise I could crash into those trees over there. The road now is full of snow, so I will go up there and make a recognition flight just to see if it's worth it to go and see if we will get stuck with the Luigi. There are other pieces there that they are not so snowy. Now I'm trying to go back, I don't know if you can see, there is Luigi. And this was just a video just to show you how we fly the drone, the communication between us.
Yes. Okay, good job.
If you find this video informative, if it answers some of your questions, please leave us a comment below. And if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up.
And please show us some love, considering to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done already. It's the easiest way to support us. The Italian words for today's video are
Volare,
to fly,
dietro le quinte,
behind the scenes,
fai ciò che ami.
do what you love,
Volare,
to fly,
dietro le quinte,
behind the scenes,
fai ciò che ami.
do what you love. We love you guys, we appreciate you, thank you for coming along with us.
And we will see you next Sunday. Remember, la vita è bella.
Life is beautiful.
Ciao!
Ciao!